New Raven Guard versus Necrons. 2000 point Warhammer 40,000 battle report.
Foolish young race, you send such weakling metal machines against our indomitable metal bodies. What can you hope to achieve against us? How many of us do you think there are, Xenos? You are but a handful of machines, and we will cull you like children. My dear adversary, you are already dead.
Welcome back to Warzone Morloc 40k, your home of beautifully painted armies, if I do say so myself, on top of fully painted terrain. We've got a new poster. It's not massive, but it's bigger than the last one.
Do you reckon that's a poster?
It's a lot. Right.
We had a postcard before, didn't we?
We had a postcard. We've now gone up to an 8.3. Damn it! Damn it! We'll get a bigger one.
Showing improvement.
This is it. Today we are playing brand new Raven Guard with the supplement codex, which Patrick has been rocking recently.
Yes.
Which you've done very well with at the Bad Moon Cafe Bad Moon Rumble, in which place you came second.
Yeah, it was really good.
Should have been a win.
Came out on the day quite controversially, and I still used it, but did all right. Yeah, that's cool.
So congratulations to you on that. I will be playing today with the fall guy, the Necrons. I'm going to dust off the old Stargall dynasty because they look cool, and we've seen a lot of Tyranids recently. So it's a showcase of another Xenos race playing against a much improved, beefed up Raven Guard army. So let's see what we can do. What mission are we going to play today, Patrick?
Beachhead, Eternal War from Chapter Approved. It's a pretty simple one. So 3 objectives: 1 in your own deployment zone, 1 in the middle, 1 in the opponent's. You gain victory points by controlling the objective marker in your own. 2 if you're in the one in the middle, or 3 if you get your opponents. Then it's just got to slay the Warlord, First Strike, and Linebreaker. So not too complicated. We should be able to just fight each other, shouldn't we, really?
Yeah. And as you'll see in the list, we've got a brand new Chapter Master Shrike leading the Raven Guard now. He should be a bit tasty.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, because last time we played Raven Guard a couple of weeks ago, it didn't have the codex, but they still did pretty well. So it's nice to be able to add some new librarian spells, new stratagems, and the new Chapter Master. And the Necrons look amazing, don't they?
The Necrons will look nice in a big dead pile on the side.
I forgot how cool they are, actually. We haven't used them in ages.
They're going to be alright with our new GameMat.eu mat, which is a lovely neutral grey, which makes all the colours pop, along with some lovely Forge World terrain, which is, I don't believe, no longer available, but is on loan from our friend David.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to have a good old-fashioned Bloodfest.
Hey, thank you to Bad Moon Cafe as well, who are our sponsors.
The Bad Moon Cafe, London's premium wargaming venue, they hold monthly tournaments now. I believe it's called the Bad Moon Rumble, which Patrick's obviously, as we've spoken about,
yeah, I normally try and play in them every time they come up. So
they do a wonderful flat white, as we've talked about before. Other beverages are available. They've got a few craft beers in the fridges. And it's a lovely, bright, clean, modern venue for wargaming, board gaming, coffees. Wonderful.
Next Bad Moon Rumble is on Saturday the 19th of October, so that's a couple of weeks away from when you see this video.
How much are tickets?
£20, that's 3 games and a drink as well, and then there's prizes, so you get vouchers for the store, best painted.
Who can argue with that?
Go down to one of those, they're really, really good fun.
Yeah, well, Pat's been competing in the tournaments. I've been down to visit a few times. It's a beautiful place, beautiful venue. And I might have
Cheap Warhammer.
Cheap Warhammer. They do a discount as well, so check it out. On to the battle. This is my 2,000 points of Mefrit Dynasty Necrons. My Warlord is my Overlord with a Void Scythe and an Orb. And he's allied with the Cryptek with the Chronometron. I'm taking the Immortal Pride Warlord trait, which will make anyone within 6 inches immune to morale, essentially, for when I get blended by the Raven Guard. 3 troops choices. I've got 20-man blob, a 19-man blob of Necron Warriors, and 10 Tesla Immortals. 5 Canoptech Wraiths. They've got the Vicious Claws, no particle casters, so ignore those. A new unit that I just bought because I thought they were cool. Which are the... what are they called again? They're the sword and board versions of the awesome dudes.
They're really cool, aren't they?
Leech Guard.
Yeah, Leech Guard.
Yeah. 5 of them.
They got an invite.
They do, yeah, with their awesome shields. Yeah, I think they can take wounds for characters as well.
Cool.
I've got 5 Destroyers and finally 2 Doomsday Arcs. Just to talk about the Catacomb Command Barge as well. He's not my Warlord, but he's going to be aggressive. He's got the War Scythe and the Tesla Carbine underneath.
Who's the Warlord?
My Overlord.
Training and relics?
Yeah, it's Mortal Pride.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'll take in the Veil of Darkness relic. And that gives me 9 command points.
Here is my 2,000 points of new Raven Guard, starring Shrike today.
Shrike, yeah!
Yep, I've got a Spearhead detachment, a battalion, and a Vanguard. Starting off as part of the battalion, I've got 2 HQs. The first is Shrike, the Chapter Master. I'm not having him as the Warlord today just because I don't need his Warlord trait specifically. Mainly going to be using him for his rerolls. Next to him is the Warlord, which is the Librarian. I'm going for a Strength 9 Invisible Librarian today, which is part of the new... you're laughing now, Bill. You won't be laughing later. Okay, so the Warlord trait is Shadow Master, which means enemy units cannot fire Overwatch at the Warlord, which is part of the invisible look I'm going for. Got 2 psychic powers out of the new Umbromancy discipline. First one is Enveloping Darkness, which is basically cast on an enemy unit. They then can't fire Overwatch again, so again part of my invisible Librarian. And they're also -1 to hit in the next shooting phase or attacking phase. Second power is Spectral Blade, which changes the strength characteristic of the Librarian and its weapon to its leadership value, which would buff the Librarian up to a Strength 9 attack,
Yes.
which is unreal, meaning he can then wound knights on threes. It's pretty crazy.
Powerful, very powerful.
Making up battalion, I've got 3 troops choices. My first is the Infiltrators. They've got a comms array in there, so they can reroll once to hit and once to wound when there's a captain or a lieutenant on the board that are Phobos as well. I've got 1 squad of 10 intercessors at the back with bolt rifles. I paid 2 command points to make them veteran intercessors as well, giving them an extra attack, which is pretty crazy because it means they get 41 attacks if they charge. And then lastly, last troops choice, I've got 5 intercessors with Stalker bolt rifles. Onto the Spearhead on the left, which is the 3 heavies. I've got 3 Devastator Centurions with the Hurricane Bolters and Heavy Bolters. The HQ choice there is the Phobos Lieutenant, who has been given a relic, which is the new sort of sniper bolt rifle, which is Ex Tenebris. Can target characters, +1 to hit, assault 3, strength 4, AP -2, 2 damage. So that's pretty tasty. And then a squad of eliminators, all with the bolt rifles. And lastly, a repulsor executioner with the heavy laser destroyer. But it's not including the 2 optional weapons, which I think is the Iron Hail on top and some sort of Icarus nonsense, which no one takes. Lastly, I have got a Vanguard detachment with the Phobos Captain. I'm also spending a command point to give the Lieutenant another Warlord trait, which is Master of Ambush. Really cool one here. So before the first battle round starts, after you know who's going first, you can select this unit and 1 other friendly Raven Guard unit, remove them from the battlefield, set them up immediately anywhere else more than 9 inches away from the enemy. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Lastly, I've got a Phobos Captain as part of the Vanguard over there. No upgrades on him. And a Tech Marine as well, because I had 45 points left, so just stuck him in there. Maybe he can do some extra wounds back on one of the tank or the Dreadnoughts. Part of the elite slots on the Vanguard, I've got 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts with all the Dakar, Stormbolters in the chest, Gatling Cannon, and the underslung Gatling. Didn't pay for the Icarus again because they're pointless. Lastly, the new tactical Invictus Dreadnought, rounding up the last elite slot with the Incendium Cannon and all the other DACA on there as well. That is 2,000 points. Lastly, one thing, I forgot to say, the relic the Warlord has, that's the Librarian, has a Shard of Istvan, which gives an extra attack and a Fearless Bubble, so no morale checks for anything within 6 inches.
Okay, we have deployed. We've rolled Vanguard Strike. Here we are. Here's the board.
Okay, so I deployed first. My deployment zone's across here with Vanguard Strike. But I've got a lot of Phobos units, which I think is really cool for my army. I better go over objectives first.
Yeah.
So we're using the Scions characters as objectives.
We thought we'd change the theme up. So, as you've seen in the story, these guys are behind enemy lines and have to be rescued by the Raven Guard, some of which have been captured by the Necrons. Little dude in there, he's feeling it a bit rough.
And then I placed one over here, so those are our 3 objectives.
So one central.
Central, one in my deployment zone, one in Bill's.
Yeah.
So,
And the points are scored how?
at the end of the turn, you score at the beginning of your turn from
From
round
turn
2.
2, yeah.
Yeah, you score 1 point if you're holding the one in your own objective, 2 points if you're holding the central, or 3 if you're holding your opponent's. With that in mind, I have got all my Phobos units deployed around the centre here. The Captain, Librarian, the Invictus, 1 squad of Infiltrators, and the Eliminators. Their rules mean they can deploy anywhere, but it has to be 9 inches away from the enemy models and deployment zone. So they're 9 inches back over here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've got over here, I've got Shrike here. Because I deployed first, I didn't really know where he's going to end up, so I've had to spread everything out. So I've got the Repulsor over here.
You've come out the corner.
Yeah. Repulsor over here.
Yes.
Then 2 Redemptors. 1 squad of the Rapid Fire Bolters here. Tech Marine behind here. 1 squad of Intercessors keeping hold of the objective. And my Devastator Centurions are over here. And the Lieutenant is here. That's it.
Nice one. On my side, this is as cover, so it's effectively a ruined building with no line of sight out.
Yeah, everything on the lower floors, line of sight blocking unless it's open.
Yeah.
So you can see into there, but you can't see into here, here, or here.
Perfect. Okay, 19 warriors there. Lord is there. Destroyers. My command barge is also sneakily holding the rear. Leech Guard are going to hang back because they're very tough and good objective holders, although they should be up chopping, but I imagine I'll be chopping something at some point.
Narratively, it looked like they'd be the ones holding onto the prisoner as well, don't
Yeah. My Cryptek is here. Doomsday Arcs, I mean, I've taken a chance, hoping for the big 6, and I just see if I can get something off, but I don't know if you can kill both of them in one turn, so we'll find out shortly. Other than that, you've got the Wraiths ready to sort of do some fast movement over here. I've tried to screen off a little bit with my Scarabs, and my other blob of warriors is just there. So all that's left to do is, it will be Patrick to go first unless I can seize the initiative.
Yes, we have got a Bad Moon dice as well. You want to see that? It's pretty
Bad
cool.
Moon dice.
Given to us at the last Bad Moon Rumble.
Wonderful.
So all the people that competed as well, which is really nice of them. So that's going to be our official Seize dice now.
And here we go. Roll into seize initiative. Come on. It's a solid 1.
Close.
So
Good luck, bud.
good annihilation. Let's go. Okay, so it's Raven Guard's pre-turn deployment shenanigans. Is that right?
Yes, so I started with 10 command points.
Yeah.
For the 2 attachments, Battalion and Battleforged. I spent 2 on making Veteran Intercessors, and then
Who are these guys over here?
Yeah. And then 1 for extra Warlord trait, which was Master of Ambush. Now, Master of Ambush means before the game starts, I can pick up the character and another unit of infantry and deploy them anywhere on the battlefield 9 inches away from enemy models.
Oh no.
So the Lieutenant is going to move up into here.
Oh, good. That's what you need, more re-rolls.
Then this unit of Veteran Intercessors is going to deploy 9 inches away from these warriors over here.
Oh.
It'll be fine, don't worry about it. So for 1 command point, dropping me down to 5. You still got a dice here.
Yeah.
You can move an infantry unit before the game starts. So I've been protecting my Centurions just in case Bill seized, because they're behind here. But now I know I can use them, they're going to be in the game. I'm going to move them out through the ruins and into the game.
Oh man.
Okay.
Where are they going to end up? Oh no.
Just here. So that drops me down to 5 command points. I'm pretty close up now. The infiltrators have moved 6. They were 9 inches away, so they're only 3 inches away from here now.
Oh, these guys here.
Yeah. And then the Invictus done the same. Characters have come through for support. Unfortunately, I had to move the infiltrators just so they could get line of sight on this guy down here. Character. And then over here, the veteran intercessors that move with Master of Ambush have moved up as well. They're 3 inches away from here now. The Redemptors have both moved up. I didn't advance them. I didn't know whether I'd need their firepower or not, so I've just left them where they are for now. And then Centurions have moved up to hold the centre.
They advanced, didn't they? Another 5 inches.
Pre-match ambush strategy.
Yeah, so they didn't advance this turn, but they advanced as part of their pre-move.
Yeah, so they can still shoot. So they're just going to hold this. And they're also in Hurricane Bolter range now.
Okay.
Hurricane Bolter range now, which is difficult for them to get in range. But that extra stratagem for the Raven Guard really means they can move up the table a bit quicker.
I mean, yeah, a quick overview. Look how close the Raven Guard are now. This is turn 1. Yeah. They are amazing at the art of getting up close and personal.
Other armies can do it if they put out a lot of Phobos units.
Yes.
But Raven Guard have that ability to have Phobos, but then have the rest of the army keep up with the new
stratagems.
Yeah,
because you've got your veteran intercessors here who are very handy.
And then I've left 5 intercessors over there. I forgot to move the Tech Marine. He's moving up with these guys as well.
And they're the Stalkers?
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of extra range with them anyway.
That's what I wanted. I keep the backfield with a longer range, and then I've got the bolt rifles up close. Okay, first one, Enveloping Darkness, manifested on a warp charge of 7. Selects one enemy unit within 18, visible to the Psyker, and start of the next psychic phase. That unit cannot fire Overwatch, and resolving an attack, they must subtract 1. So I'm going to place that here on this unit of warriors. So that needs to go off on a 7, which is actually quite high. So I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't go off. But on a 12, it does. Unfortunately,
it's perils, isn't it?
Perils. So.
Okay, so there was a 12 rolled on the psychic dice.
Don't fancy the librarian taking any wounds, so I'm going to spend a command point, dropping it down to 4 to.
It's a gamble.
To try and not get a 6, but as we all know,
yeah, you can roll 6s for days.
A 2, so that goes off on an 8. Bill, he's within 18. You can try and.
So I'm going to use my Immortal Pride Warlord trait and try and deny it. Here we go. It's a negative.
Okay, so that goes off. So they can't fire Overwatch now.
Didn't want to anyway.
Psychic power. Could cost Smite, but it's just going to kill some warriors. So what I'm going to do is Spectral Blade, warp charge value of 5. If manifested until the start of your next psychic phase, this psychic strength characteristic is equal to their leadership characteristic. In addition, when resolving an attack made by a melee weapon with this psychic against a unit whose highest leadership characteristic is lower, that weapon has an armor penetration characteristic of -4. So this goes off on a 5, making him a super librarian, really. 5 goes off.
It's only got to nailed it.
Perfect. That's the end of the psychic phase. So I'm sure everyone's seen how many shots and ridiculous the Repulsor Executioner is.
Oh, that old thing. Yeah.
Turns out I have actually paid for everything on it as well, so that's going to suck away the next 15 minutes of my life just shooting that. Heavy Laser Destroyer, the main event, it's going to shoot twice. I'm going to try it against the Doomsday Arc. It'll probably deflect it with its quantum shielding, but we'll give that a go.
Okay.
Fragstorm Grenade Launcher isn't in range of anything, so that's not shooting.
Well, that saved us 10 minutes.
Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon is going to be shooting into the Immortals, the 10-man squad.
These guys, okay.
Here. The Icarus Rocket Pod's only got 24-inch range, so that's going into the front row of warriors. Iron Hail Heavy Stubber into the Immortals. Storm Bolter, 24-inch range, so into the warriors. Twin Heavy Bolter, Immortals, and Twin Icarus Iron Hail Heavy Stubber is going to go into the Immortals as well, but they get -1 because they haven't got the fly keyword.
Okay, well I'm going to play prepared positions because what choice have I got? Because I'm going to get turned into mechanical chopsy. So what are we shooting first?
We'll do the
big guns, that's what everyone wants to see.
So 4 shots because he gets to shoot twice
against
the Heavy Laser Destroyer.
This one?
Yeah.
Or that one?
The closest
it
one.
matters not.
Why
Yeah.
not? Closest one. Okay, so 4 shots, hitting on 3s, no penalties, re-rolling. Thank God, 3 1s.
Wow.
Because of Shrike, the chapter.
Oh,
master
good.
nearby.
Yeah, that's well handy.
We still missed twice. So 2 hits. It's going to be wounding on strength 10, and I think yours toughness 6. So
Yeah.
3's to wound, no rerolls. Just the 1 actually.
Oh, I've got away with that.
AP minus 5, so it's going to go straight to damage.
Yeah. So the damage roll.
Is it AP minus 5? AP minus 4, but there we got 4 up save. So damage roll of 3. So you need to roll a 2 or 1 to deflect it.
No.
Take 3 wounds.
3 wounds gone.
It's a bad start from the main gun, but I wasn't expecting too much. I'm hoping the little guns will plink off some of these troop choices. So heavy onslaught, 6 shots next into the immortals, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 2s and 1s because of Shrike. Okay, so we have got 11 hits. It's strength 5 against toughness 4. So looking for 3s to wound. No re-rolls because I don't have a lieutenant, unfortunately. Okay.
Didn't need one.
Yeah, we're in a devastated doctrine currently, so it's minus 2 AP. He's got prepared position, so drops it down to minus 1, and they have a power armor save of 3. So we're looking for 4s to save the immortals right now.
Come on.
Not bad.
So that's 3 immortals slain.
24-inch range Icarus rocket pod against the warriors, 1 shot. Minus 1 to hit because they haven't got fly, so 4s hits. Strength 7 against toughness 4, so 3s to wound. 1 wound, AP minus 2 on the warriors. They have a 4 up save, so 5 up with prepared positions now.
Saved. I can feel a turnaround already.
Next onto the Iron Hail Heavy Stubber, that's going against the Immortals. 3s. We're rolling because of Shrike. 2. It's 4 strength, so 4s to wound. 2 wounds. It's a heavy weapon, minus 2, so 4 up saves again on the Immortals.
Both saved.
Nice.
Happy.
Moving on to Storm Bolter. Not in rapid fire range, and I've got 2 of those. So 4 shots, hitting on 3s. All hit. Looking for 4s to wound. Just the 1 wound, no AP, so 2 up with cover.
Safe. At this point, I'm just going to show you the Warzone Morloc dice, which is definitely not a 1. That is the 6 for that dude.
Shots going into the Immortals again. 6 shots because it's twin heavy bolter. 3s. Rolling because it's Shrike. And then 3s to wound because it's strength 5, toughness 4. Oh, a bad roll there. What have we got? 4 1s, unfortunately. I wish I had that lieutenant. 2 minus 2. So 4 up saves because of prepared positions again. 1 more goes down.
1 more. Mechanical parts flying everywhere.
Iron Hail. 4s to hit because they don't have the fly keyword. Oh, they will hit anyway.
Strong hits.
4s to wound. 3 at minus 2. So 4 up saves.
I've got 3. That's
The
here.
Immortals.
Nailed
Saves
it.
them all again.
Nailed it.
That's particularly resilient. That prepared position's really done
Yeah,
well.
that's
for
done me a
the,
solid. Pat definitely didn't remind me to do it, potentially off camera. But
Probably a good idea.
prepare your position. Prepare your position.
Moving on to Centurion Devastators. They have Omni Scrambler, I think, on the Sergeant, which means models in that unit ignore cover. So prepared positions won't work against this, unfortunately.
Oh, good.
Yeah. With that in mind, I'm going to shoot 18 heavy bolter shots into the remaining
Immortals?
Immortals, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm
You want
going
that lot
to,
white, don't you?
yeah, I need them out of here. And then I'm going to shoot the Hurricane bolter shots, which is 36 into the Warriors.
Oh, good.
So here we go. Heavy bolter shots first. Hitting on 3s. Rerolls because of Shrike behind. These guys have a lieutenant in front of them as well. So it's quite good. It looks like 15 hits. Wounding on 3s because strength 5 against toughness 4. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant in front. A couple of 1s in there, get rid of the 2.
That's a lot of 6s.
That's how we do. Okay.
You're
so
getting right on
that's
my nerves.
13 wounds, minus 2, so they got 5
Load
up
my
save.
paw.
5 up because of no cover.
Yeah, watch
And
this.
Devastator Doctrine.
Oh, damn. How many are dead?
8, so I think it's the unit white, so it's first blood.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Smash Centurions, my favourite models, and we're going to get some Assault Centurions as well next time.
Good.
And try and get them going. So 36 shots, hitting on 3s into the warriors in front. Quite a few misses though. So
Yeah, but you get to reroll the pad, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh look, there's some more 6s, look.
Okay, so 4's rerolling once. Rerolling once. Couple extra.
many.
Okay, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. They have a base 4 up save on warriors and no prepared positions again. So 14 hit to save.
So they're ignoring the prepared positions thing again.
Yeah, just because they're
Centurion.
So you've got quite a few saves. 2, 4, 6, 8 down.
8 warriors slain.
We'll go over to the veteran intercessors over there.
Okay, these boys, they're up in my grill.
Yep, so currently they got rapid fire bolt rifles at the moment, so that'll be 20 shots. I'm going to spend 2 command points to give them the rapid fire 2 stratagem out of the Space Marine Codex. I spent the last 30 seconds looking for the rapid fire stratagem to find out what it's called. I'll give you. It's called the rapid fire stratagem.
Yes! It makes sense now. Oh, there it is. Rapid fire, good.
So that's 2 command points. Until the end of that phase, bolt rifles, this models are now equipped with a type characteristic of rapid fire 2. So that will give them 40 shots.
Well, there's no way you're going to kill all them Necrons.
Okay, so what I think is really interesting about this is now that these intercessors now are going to have 40 shots, and on the charge, if they survive, they're going to have 40 attacks. So that's going to be 80 attacks from one unit in one turn, which is savage. I also remembered that I should have cast the Enveloping Darkness on that unit, but it'll be alright.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't think it's going to be much of an issue.
Normally, if you're going to spend this many command points on a unit to make it really strong, you've got to make sure they survive, and also you get the most out of them. So ideally, I would have put a captain or a chapter master over there to get the most out of rerolls.
Gotcha.
But 40 shots hitting on 3s.
So some disgusting rolling again.
As expected, roughly 2/3 hit.
Oh no.
Okay, so now looking for 4s to wound.
See it.
We've got 14 wounds. Minus 1 AP, but he's got prepared positions, so we're looking at a 4-up save still on the warriors.
Come on. How many?
2,
I've lost a
3,
few.
4, 5, 6, 7 go down.
7 destroyed. Back in with the Redemptor Dreadnoughts, looking for some tasty hot firing action.
Annoyingly, unless you're Iron Hands, they suffer a penalty to hit when moving.
Yeah, we're not going to have Iron Hands on here. It's banned.
Okay, so
And also, Raven Guard are banned.
to mitigate from that, I'm going to spend 1 command point for Wisdom of the Ancient. So on this guy, 6-inch, reroll 1s.
That's cost you. So you're down to 1 command point, but I think they're
I'm going to blow all my command points.
It won't
this
matter
turn.
after a turn 1 annihilation, will it?
Okay, so I'm going to be firing the Heavy Onslaught, the Underslung Onslaught, and the Storm Bolters into the warriors in front.
Awesome.
18 shots, I'm going to do both Onslaughts together because they've got the same profile.
Yeah, sure.
So looking for 4s, re-rolling 1s. Okay, looking for 3s to wounds, no re-rolls. 8 wounds, minus 2, so 5-up save with prepared positions on the warriors.
Oh
Saved
no.
a couple, but
Not
4
enough.
more go down.
Oh no.
And now the Storm Bolters.
So Storm Bolters from the Redemptors.
Yeah, always get bolter drill. Oh, I can roll it over here if you want.
Yeah, let's do it
Better,
over
isn't
here.
it? So 3s, re-rolling 1s. That's good.
Yeah, it's well handy. Another one
I'm
there.
glad I used that Wisdom of the Ancients.
Yeah.
And then 4s to wound. Okay, so it looks like 3 wounds, no AP, so prepared positions puts them at a 3-up save now.
3 pluses required. 1 more drops. Pew.
Redemptor next door is going to shoot the heavy onslaught 30 inches over to here,
Okay.
and then the underslung and the storm bolters into the warriors over there.
Nice.
Okay, so we'll start with the heavy first against the bigger unit.
Yeah.
4s, rerolling 1s. 2s and 3s go away, no 1s this time. That's Wisdom the Ancient for that. And then 3s to wound. 5 wounds, -2, puts them at a 5 up save with prepared positions.
Oh no.
There's 5 warriors gone from this unit.
Oh no.
Heavy underslung. 4s. 1 reroll there. Oops, so just 2. And 3s to wound. No wounds there.
Okay.
And then the Stormbolters. 8 shots, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1, so that's good. No. Okay. And then 4s to wound. This is against the closer squad that are in range. Okay, we've got 4 3-up saves on the warriors.
4.
Was it 3?
I can't remember.
Just do 3.
Oh,
3's
sorry.
right. 1 dice. That's from this squad here.
Pew.
Stalker bolt rifles. 5 shots. They're just going to go into the warriors as well. 3s. They haven't moved. No rerolls for them. And 4s. Okay. That's 2 at -3. So 6 ups with prepared positions.
Down.
2 go down.
I'm starting to look thin on the ground.
I'm going to try the tactical war suit. He's going to shoot his incendium cannon, which is 12 inches into the warriors. The twin iron hail heavy stubber is going to go into the scarabs. Weirdly.
Yeah.
And then the Fragstorm grenade launcher is going to go into the scarabs as well. Start with the twin incendium cannon into. In fact, sorry, I'm going to shoot the iron hail heavy stub. Yeah, into there. Sorry. Blah, 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 blah. So the flamer auto hitting into the immortals. Warriors. Only 4.
Oh.
Okay. Wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
3 wounds at -2 because of the Devastator Doctrine. Yep,
So
so
-1.
yeah, so look at 5 up saves. There's 3 more,
3 more go
warriors
down.
taken down. Warriors. Yeah, Stubber's going into the scarabs.
Oh no.
4s because he moved. Rerolling 1s because of the captain behind.
Yeah, toughness 3 on the scarabs.
And if anyone knows anything in the game that is toughness 2, please comment. I'd really like to know if anything is toughness 2 that bolt rifles can wound on 2s against. With -2, that's just 2 damage straight through.
Okay.
They got 3 wounds each, have they?
Yeah.
And the frag storm off of them as well.
Yeah.
D6 assault, just a 1, hitting on a 3, misses completely.
Hooray.
Let's start some character shooting. So first thing we're going to shoot is the lieutenant. And he has the relic X Tenebris, which is a assault 3, strength 4, AP -2, damage 2, bolt rifle. It can also target a character and has +1 to hit and no saving throws. So 3 shots targeting this guy here. Cryptek is he?
Yeah, the Cryptek.
Okay, 3 shots hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Okay, so all hit. Strength 4 against toughness 4.
Yeah.
So wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s because of himself. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Okay, just the 1 wound, AP -2, but no cover save. So I'm assuming he's got a 5 up save unless he's got an invuln. Probably a 5 up save.
Yeah. It's a 4.
So there's going to be 2 damage unless he's got an invuln save.
Take us down to 2 wounds. Alright.
Next to fire is the captain. He's got a master crafted instigator bolt carbine. Assault 1, strength 4, AP -2, damage 3. This weapon can target a character even if it's not the closest enemy unit. So try and take out the Cryptek again with another one of my sniper characters. So hitting on a 2. Which one to roll?
Not do.
Yeah, hit.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2. Hits. And this is a tough bit. Looking for a 4 because it's only strength 4. So wounds, AP -2, but you do get a cover save. So AP -2. I think he's got a 4 up save then.
Yeah, his normal save's 4.
His normal save's 4?
Yeah.
Oh wow, so actually, yeah, it's a 5 up. No, so he takes 3 damage unless you want to re-roll it. 5 up.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a command point and try and keep him alive.
I've still got the snipers to go though, so I don't know whether you...
I'm not going to spend a command point, and I'm going to save it. Gone. Brown bread. I was considering using the protector protocols on these guys again with the Cryptek, but he's not really buffing much else, and everything's going to start moving away, so I decided to keep them on my objective instead.
We've got the infiltrators here at the front.
Yeah.
They're going to be shooting 20 shots into the warriors in front. I was debating whether or not to charge them, but I don't want to miss the charge and then have them all reanimate in the next turn, so I think I'm just going to have to shoot them off.
Right, okay.
It's one of the things you've got to worry about when fighting Necrons, isn't it? So, they've got 20 shots, rerolling ones because the captain behind. Any 6s are auto wounds on the infiltrators, that's their special rule.
Oh, good.
They're not a 2 in sight, weirdly. So that's all here.
Oh.
Okay, auto wounds, sorry. I forgot about that. There's 7 of them, obviously. 4s to wounds, rerolling 1s because there's a lieutenant behind. 9, 12, 13 wounds, no AP, so they're going to get a 3-up save against this.
Yes.
Warriors. But no, that finishes them off.
Good.
4 dead.
Excellent.
4 of them. You could
Excellent.
spend a command point to try and keep 1 alive.
No, I'm alright.
The Eliminators don't really have any great targets at the moment, so I'm going to try and do some mortal wounds on the Wraith. And they've moved, so they're -1 to hit. So I'll do the Sergeants once per game, once per round ability to add +1 to hit, +1 to wound.
So he sacrifices his own shooting.
Yeah. On the other 2, so he's going to be the spotter. So 2 shots into the race, hitting on 3s now because I've moved. No rerolls, nothing's in range. So I've got 1 hit. I'm looking for a 4 to wound, 5s and 6s. I'm looking for 3 to wound because I've got +1 to wound actually.
Oh, cool.
Strength 5, toughness 5. So 3s to wound and 5s and 6s do mortal wounds. So just 1 wound, AP -3, but they've got an invuln, so
4+.
3+ invuln on a Wraith.
Yeah, 3+. Nailed it.
Fine.
Yay!
First, the veteran intercessors have got 4-inch charge to make it into the warriors. So 10 shots on Overwatch.
Here we go.
6s.
6s.
2 hits. What's the wound? Got 1 wound. AP -2 because it's half range and Nephrit,
and
right?
Nephrit.
So he's got a 5-up save, annoyingly. Nope, so 1 takes a wound.
That'll learn him. 4-inch charge. Oh, he's well in.
They're in. Okay, next I am going to charge the infiltrators into just the scarabs here. I need a 9-inch charge for that.
They're going to fire their massive, powerful Overwatch cannons. No, they're not.
There we go, that's cocked.
Yeah, go again.
2, so that's an 8. So I'm going to spend my last command point to try and get in. Yeah, makes sense.
Oh.
2 successful charges.
Well played. We're into the next assault. The veteran intercessors have charged in and they're about to wreck face with this many attacks.
Annoyingly, the tactical war suit's just too far away to really get a charge into anything. I've got the veteran intercessors in, staying 3 inches away from the overlord as well. I don't want to get anywhere near that void scythe, but I think that's inevitably going to be going into the next turn. So these guys are veteran intercessors. They get an extra attack. Primary Marines have base 2, an extra attack for being veteran goes up to 3 attacks each, and with the new shock assault rule, they get an extra attack on top of that. So that's 4 attacks each, and 1 extra attack for the sergeant, who has 5. So that is going to be 41 attacks now, which is disgusting.
It looks like this.
Force can still only strength 4, and it's toughness 4. Okay, so we got 15 wounds at the 4-up Necrons regular armor save.
Can you put those last couple into my paw?
Left.
Quick math suggests that unit has been wiped out.
I thought it was going to be overkill, but even then,
It
because
was
they're
closer than I
toughness 4,
thought. Yeah.
Yeah, they got through. I'm not going to consolidate because that would bring them to 1 inch of the overlord. This charge is pretty important. I'm going to do my pile-in move, so I'm going to pile in here and nudge this guy into combat. And then move everyone else round. I didn't have enough room to get round and get this guy into combat, and he screamed over here too. So Yeah, it's going to be 6 attacks into here and the rest into the scarabs. We're taking away a bunch of people who aren't in combat, and then we're going to do the attacks into here. Rerolling 1s and to hit 1s to wound because of comms array in the unit. No 1s. This is against the scarabs firstly. And then 3 rerolling 1s. Okay, so we have got 8 6-up saves against the scarabs.
I think that's
So 1 kills a base, another base dead, and 1's down to 1 wound.
nice.
6 attacks into the Doomsday Arc. 3s, rerolling 1s. Again, the Shock Assault, they've got 2 each, and then they get an extra 1 because they charged. 5s and 6s because it's higher toughness. So rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant, 3 comms array. Just the 1, no AP, 4-up save on the Doomsday Arc. Nope, so fine.
Doomsday Arc's going to flail around with its stupid little spindly little guns around the edge.
One hit.
No way. What's his strength? Strength 5.
Freeze.
3 to wound.
No.
Now why would it? 4 measly attacks with the scarabs hitting on
4s.
4s, just the 1. No rerolls for old Necron boys.
Strength 3. 5s to wound.
He's only gone unwounded.
1 wound. 3-up armor save. Still a wound. That's embarrassing.
At the end of a brutal turn 1 for the Raven Guard, a lot of dead. You killed 40 warriors, 10 immortals.
And the Cryptek.
My Cryptek's been assassinated.
And some of the scarabs.
The central objective is firmly in your control, though no points have been scored this turn.
Just first strike for me.
Yeah, first strike, but yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before, and I said to Bill, this is going to be pretty brutal, but I think what we wanted to do was show just what the Raven Guard's capable of with the new codex.
So the last game, the Raven Guard using the old codex were very much in the corner in a defensive castle style.
Yeah.
And now with
I've got
the new
all these movement options.
the new strategies, the new warlord traits, and everything Raven Guard is awesome.
Yeah.
If come up in my grill, turn 1, you're across 4 foot the board.
Yep.
Centrally holding. Powerful characters yet to be deployed. Sniping.
These characters, I gave them all sniper weapons as well, which isn't interesting because normally people just use them as a castle. You don't see them shooting or doing anything too much damage unless they're also like a smash captain or something. But yeah, these casting characters now have access to sniper weapons, and it gives them a new layer. We didn't actually get to see the librarian using his psychic powers this turn because
didn't need to. He had a slight headache and he's chilled out.
Negating Overwatch and -1 to hit is incredibly strong because normally you'd get one or the other. In this, you get both. And then he's also got the Shadow Watch, which means if he charges first, ignores Overwatch. And then he's currently Strength 9 as well, with the D3 +1 damage power sword.
Right. So let's see what I can do with the remainder of my force.
One thing I will say is you deployed quite well because your key units, say the destroyers were behind cover, I would have taken them out first turn if they were in the open.
Yeah.
The wraiths were kind of tucked around the corner, so all of this, my heavy shooting, couldn't target it. They were out of range of the incendium cannon from the walker.
Yeah,
and these two
Invictus.
walkers are out of range as well of the wraiths, so although you lost all your troops, you still got loads of firepower on the table.
Right, let's see what we can do. Going into Necrons turn 1. Living Metal. That's gone down. It's only lost 2 wounds now. It has leapfrogged that one. So this one hasn't moved, but this Doomsday Arc has. The command barge has shifted around slightly, and the Lich Guard have moved into a position where they're going to hopefully chop up the infiltrators there. They've not moved because of the impending threat of the intercessors here. And of course, the big nasty is the other side of the wall. The Wraiths have used their Wraith form move to pass through the wall here into a position where, and they advanced 3 inches, so they've made it into this little space here to attack Centurions and be on that central objective. What to say, I've cast My Will Be Done on these guys here, and the command barge has cast what's the other version of it? Wave of Command. That's it, onto the Lich Guard. Actually, the best stratagem in the Necron Codex: extermination protocols for 1 command point and placing on destroyers. I think it's the only thing that can take it anyway. That will allow me to re-roll failed hits and wounds, and with mine will be done. Hopefully, hitting on 2. Shooting at the veteran intercessors, hitting on 2s, 15 shots. First time for everything, and then it's 3s to wound.
Rerolling any 1s and 2s.
Rerolls. Oh, I got through at -3.
6 up saves. Raven Guard get an extra cover save, but only if they're outside of 12 inches. So
which they are not.
So 6s for saves.
The price of your folly.
None. Also, D3 damage, 1 at a time out of these.
Yeah.
So
do this properly before we get Rich to
it's 1-on-1
shreds.
wounds. So the first one kills the guy. So you got
okay, so yeah, remove
10
him.
wounds remaining, and then 1 at a time. Cool. Just take these 1 at a time. 1 takes a wound, and the next one kills him.
Yeah, so get rid of those 2 dice.
And I'll get rid of them now.
Okay.
Yep. Keep going. Kills it. Next one.
Alright.
Takes a wound, and the next one kills him. Okay.
Chipping away.
Kills him. Keep going. No, and the next one kills him. Yeah. No, and the next one kills him. Still 7 dead.
Still, yeah.
Pretty good.
Okie dokie. Shoot is the slightly wounded Doomsday Ark, which is going to be shooting all of its weaponry against the Invicta Warsuit. So it has moved, so it's got the lower profile Doomsday cannon. So it's heavy D6 shots. I'm command pointing that straight away because that's a 1. For a 6, I think that's money well spent. Heavy, so it's moved, so it's hitting on 4s.
2 hits.
2, oh dear.
Strength 8 against toughness 6 on the Invictus. So
Yeah.
3s to wound.
Both have wounded,
And
and
it's
it is
-2, I think.
yeah -2 in low power mode.
Okay, so he gets +1 for being outside 12 inches, Raven Guard. So it's going to be a 4-up save.
Does he have to be in cover as well?
No, that's only -1 to hit for infantry if they're in
Ah,
cover.
right,
So,
okay.
so failed both of those. How much damage?
D3 damage.
Okay, so 2d3 damage. For 2 damage.
Oh,
Dropping him
Oh,
down to
I'll take-
11 wounds.
such garbage, isn't it? Force flare arrays shooting now. 3s to
3s, yeah. No penalty for moving. So,
5s to wound. Oh, a few? No,
What,
just
wound?
a 1. Oh, garbage.
any AP minus?
Not on the Gauze flare arrays. Yes, there is. -1 AP, in fact.
Okay, so 3-up save. Fine.
Yeah. Second Doomsday Ark, the one that's on high power mode, is going to shoot. So it's D6 shots. I've used. Oh yes, here we go.
Yeah, I can't see the Invictus making it through this.
Yeah, so I'm shooting at this again. I haven't got a choice because it's going to cook me alive in a minute.
3s? It hasn't moved. To hit.
To hit, sorry.
5 hits. It's pretty good.
To wound.
Strength 10, I'm
Yeah.
assuming. So
Strength
3s
10.
to wound.
3 gone through.
AP -5. So we're looking at 3d6 damage. So I don't get a save against that. 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. Dropping me down to 2.
Oh. And it's Gauze flare rays will be next. Gauze flare rays shooting at it, so hitting on 3s. 6s to wound.
1 wound.
Just 1 again.
AP -1, but outside of 12, so 3-up save. Fine.
So 2 Doomsday Arcs shooting everything at an Invicta Warsuit, and they couldn't clear it off the board. Next up, the command barge is going to shoot its Tesla cannon at the Invicta, trying to get rid of this last wound. 2s to hit, exploding 6s. Oh, I got 1, so that counts as another.
Oh, right, 4.
4, it is 4. And
4s to wound.
4s to wound.
1 wound.
Oh, come on.
Any AP on that?
Let's find out. It is Tesla cannon negative.
Okay, I think it's outside of 12 inches, so 2-up save. Fails it, down to 1 wound.
The fight phase, I'm going to be charging Lich Guard, Command Barge, and the Scabby Scarabs into the infiltrators here.
I mean, you should roll if you want to, but I really don't mind if you don't. You can just push them all in.
Roger.
It's all like 2 each
we're
charges,
up in the
isn't it?
grill.
Unless you want the extra movement for anything, go for it.
We've gone Reckless, which is what we like. I've multi-charged so much, and there's the impending Overwatch dice ready to be rolled.
This is just from the Centurion.
That's just from the Centurion. So I've got what I've done,
Yep.
because I really want to get the last wound off the Invicta, is that I have charged the Centurions,
The librarian.
the Librarian, who's obviously strength 9 and going to cut me down like a dog.
But he doesn't ignore invuns, which is where Wraiths survive stuff.
Yeah, so hopefully we can chin some of it.
Yep.
And then these two are going to
Invictus.
attack the Invictus Warsuit.
Okay, so Overwatch.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hot Overwatch action. Get your buckets ready.
Okay, so heavy bolters off the Centurions first. Hitting on 6s, re-rolling everything to Shrike behind. Re-rolling. They strength 5 for the race, toughness 5. 9 hits. Looking for 4s.
Come on.
Okay, so just the 3 wounds there.
And my 3 up in Vuln.
Takes 1 wound. Okay, Hurricane Bolters.
Oh dear. Need bigger hands.
Yeah, okay, I'll go to the shop and buy some. That's what happens when you
You did like
comment
a-
about my tiny hands.
A wargaming glove where it's like one hand's a shovel.
Yeah. Okay, 5s and 6s. So 4 no AP. Takes another wound.
One more is down to 1 wound.
What we got? Librarian's got a pistol. 6 rerolling ones, no. And now onto the tactical
the Invictor.
warsuit. It's got the Incendium cannon, which auto hits. So 2d6 auto hits. 4, 5. 5 auto hits. Wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Okay, so 3 wounds there.
So 1 Wraith is gone.
Gone, yeah. Okay, Iron Hail in the middle, the stubbers.
Yeah.
Rerolling 1s. Nothing's there. And then Heavy Bolter. Rerolling 1s for the captain next to him. Nothing there. And then Frag Storm on top, d6 shots, 4. Nothing. So just 1 wave killed in Overwatch. Which isn't too bad.
No,
really.
to be clear, I did spend a command point to do the charge after advancing on the Wraiths. So I've lost 1 and I've got 4 into combat. Pile-in, these boys have got into the Warsuit.
And the characters are all going to heroically intervene as well.
Because they're such heroes.
Shrike's outside of range here.
Yeah, do on Shrike. You can wait over there.
I've got no command points to interrupt, so it's Bills go first.
Our attacks on the Centurions first. 3 to hit, 2, which is typical for me. Strength 6 against toughness.
5.
5, so 3s to wound. 1 wound.
AP minus 2.
Vicious Claws, AP minus 2.
Okay, so they get 2 up base, so 4 up. No fails. How much damage?
2 damage.
Okay, so 1's down to 2 wounds.
Got 2 more here. Same again, hitting on 3s against the Warsuit. A bit better. 4 hits.
Strength 6, toughness 6.
Yeah, so 4s to wound.
3 wounds.
3 wounds. Come on.
1 left. This will
Come
kill him.
on.
This will definitely kill him.
Come on, you little
5s. I
you
need
saucy Wraith.
3 5-ups. Nope.
Yeah,
Dead.
Do you explode?
No.
No,
That's
okay,
the Warsuit removed from play. So you got what you wanted there.
Got what I wanted. I got my first strike.
Okay.
Leech Guard are going in, and they've got Wave of Command on them, looking to chop up the infiltrators here. So hitting on 2s. Strength 6 at the moment, so 3s.
3's to wound, yep.
4 got through.
4 6 up saves.
Minus
3.
Yeah, 3 AP.
6 up saves. Didn't make any of them, so that is
1 damage apiece, so it's 2 dead.
1 kills 1 because he's
Oh,
already
yeah.
wounded, and another one's dead, and 1 is down to 1 wound.
The Catacomb Command Barge is swinging his War Scythe. So he's got 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. And here we go.
3 hits.
3 hits. And he's strength 7.
Toughness 4, so 3's to wound.
3s. 3 wounds.
3 straight dead marines.
3 straight.
Minus 4, 2 damage.
Yeah, 3 decapitated falls.
3 more dead.
Wow. The Canoptek Scarabs are attacking now. 16 attacks, hitting on 4s. It's a full strength, hitting on 5s and 6s. There's a
Got
few.
through. 3 up saves. They're fine.
Oh. Now, where are we starting?
Start off with the infiltrators.
Okay.
They've got charge, so they get an extra attack with shock assault. 3's rerolling 1s. Sorry, it's all going to go into these tomb guys.
The Lich Guard.
Guards. Yeah. 6 to wound, rerolling 1s because of comms warrior. Okay, so we've just got 4 wounds there. No AP minus.
Okay.
And they have a 3+ save. Fine.
Safe as houses. Stargore Dynasty stands strong.
Comes in next into the race. So 5 attacks. His weapon is combat knife, so he actually gets an extra attack for that. But nothing extra for shock assault. So 5 attacks hitting on 2s. Rolling 1s for himself. Strength 4 against toughness 5. So 5 and 6 to wound. Rerolling 1s because the lieutenant next to him. So we got 4 wounds. There we go. No AP minus. So the invuln.
Here we go. Oh,
2 damage. Which one did you want the wounds allocated on? Before.
I'll keep them both alive, so if I can stick it on the second one. So
sorry, we took 2 wounds at the first from the librarian. Which one would you want that one?
I'll kill one then.
This one.
Yeah.
And so he dies.
2
2
wounds.
wounds. Filing in next. Gets 4 attacks. Nothing extra. No charges. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the captain. 6s with paired combat knives get an additional attack. So no rerolls there. But the 6. When resolving an attack made with this weapon, paired combat blades, an unmodified roll of 6 causes 1 additional attack. So
Nice.
that goes back in. 5s and 6s rerolling 1s because of himself. Just the 1, no AP. Fine.
No attacks now.
Centurion Devastators. And they did actually get a buff recently to give them an extra wounds, and they're now strength 5 as well. So they're a bit better than I thought, but they're not as good as the Assault Centurion. So I've got 3 attacks each base, an extra 1 for the Sergeant, and an extra 1 each for Shock Assault. So that takes them up to 13 attacks. Rerolling everything because of Shrike behind them. Okay. All hit so far. And then strength 5 against toughness 5. So 4s to wound, out of range of the lieutenant. So 4s to wound. 7 there.
7 saves.
AP. So 2 more wounds, so that kills this wraith. Although it looks like it should damage those wraiths, they are 1 unit, so this one with 2 wounds remaining is pulled.
Yeah, he threw his fist.
8th edition.
Alright. Okay, so into morale phase.
Veteran intercessors have a leadership of 9, but unfortunately they've lost 7. So on a 3+, they're losing models. So that's 1 model lost, because that makes 10. This is a difficult one because I've got They Shall Know No Fear, which means I could re-roll them. But if I rolled a 4, 5, or 6, I'm going to lose more. So I'm going to skip the re-roll, just lose the 1 model.
Just take the 1 loss.
Yeah. I think.
So over here.
Lower leadership of 8, and they've lost 5. So 4+ means 4+ re-rollable to lose another model. 6, yeah, well, definitely re-roll the 6.
Yeah, I think you'll have another go at that.
5, so lose 1 more model.
So please remove 1 fall from play. Alright. So at the end of my turn, I managed to get first strike by committing almost everything to killing the blooming Invicta Warsuit, which is testament to its own ability, I
That's what I
suppose.
say, Distraction Carnifex,
Yeah,
it? So.
but it was going to cook me alive, but then everything's dead anyway, so... I managed to get my guys up into the middle to deny the victory point in the middle for the start of turn 2 for Patrick. My own is just about secure.
Yeah.
And Patrick, yours is untouchable at the moment, I would say.
I don't think that was a bad turn. I think you lost a lot of your army. You've come back. You've wiped 1 unit of Incestors pretty much off the board.
Yeah, I need...
Tied up these infiltrators over there. Taken out the Invictus. And you've stopped the Centurions fighting again. So I think, considering a really strong round, I still can't target these in the next turn because they're all behind cover. I'm going to have to get these guys out of combat. Annoyingly, you didn't have enough movement to keep the objective and wrap around and trap
Yeah,
these. So we talked about that before. That would have been a good move. But, yeah, still not a bad round of shooting,
Right,
really.
that, but on to Raven Guard turn 2.
The Redemptors have moved up out of this flank. They're pretty redundant over there now. They need to join over here to try and gain some, get on the objective, put some more pressure on. I scored 1 point over here for holding my objective.
Yes.
The middle one's contested, unfortunately. Shrike's moved over to here to give some rerolls to the Redemptors. They're still staying in reroll range here. If needs be, I'll charge them in later on to help out. These guys naturally came out of combat because the Wraiths died. They've moved back a little bit. Captain to give rerolls to the
Snipers.
snipers
Eliminators.
over here. And then the
Centurions.
Lieutenant's moved over here so that he's actually rerolling ones to wound for this guy, this one, and this is out of range. Centurions moved out of combat into over here.
Behind the wall.
They can't shoot this turn, but at least they can't get shot because they're around there. Infiltrators moved back out of combat, luckily they weren't tagged. And these intercessors, the 2 remaining ones, have pulled back around into here. First thing I'm going to do is cast Spectral Blade. I don't think I want to deny anything Overwatch because I can't see myself charging anything. These guys can't charge, so I'm not going to get into those this turn. Spectral Blade 5+. To make him strength 9 again, which I do like. I think it's such a cool power.
That is awesome.
Yeah. It goes off on a 6. Would you like to deny?
I'm going to have to try
Okay.
with my... Oh.
No. Okay. And because I'm not going to do the Overwatch power, the second power I'm going to cast is Smite into the Wraiths. 5 for this. Yeah, Super Smite on an 11.
Of course it is.
For D6 wounds on the Wraiths. For 6, so that kills both Wraiths instantly. That's ridiculous.
Please remove them from the board, Handsome Patrick, or we're going to call you Combat Patrick now. Obviously, things have changed a lot since the Super Smite has melted my Wraiths.
Yeah, I didn't really think that was going to happen. It's unbelievable. So I don't have to dedicate any shooting into them. So I'm going to try and take out the Lich Guard first.
Yeah.
So Redemptor. Number 1 is going to shoot the heavy onslaught, and it's going to shoot everything out basically. So this is both the Gatling cannons combined, hitting on 4s because it moved, rerolling everything because of Shrike, who is handily hidden away behind. I think he was a bit worried about having to go into the Wraiths.
Yeah, he didn't fancy it.
Sort of sent to relief.
Get his hair wet.
Strength 5 against toughness 5, but rerolling 1s because there's a lieutenant nearby. So 4. I haven't changed into the tactical doctrine yet because I don't think I'm going to be targeting any characters right now. So I'm going to stay in Devastator Doctrine. So -2, but they got 4 up in Don anyway.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so 1's down. They got 2 wounds each.
Oh no, I'll keep that one. I'll kill that one.
These guys off because then Bill's not scoring that objective. So Stormbolters, 8 shots. Rerolling Shrike. 5s and 6s. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. Nothing from the Stormbolters.
Ooh, tasty, okay.
Okay. Redemptor at the back's going to do the same.
So he's not in the buffing range of the Lieutenant, but
no.
he is of Shrike.
Yeah.
Shrike blasts his jets through the window to buff his dudes.
Okay, 18 Gatling then. 4s. I can't have any complaints about bad rolling after
No,
this fight.
you can wash your dirty mouth out.
Yeah. Even if I miss every shot this turn, that's Super Smite. Incredible. 4s. No rerolls. 7 at the invuln of 4.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
For you.
So that is 1 dead and 1 down a wound.
Now, the same Lich Guard.
3s. 5s and 6s. No rerolls. Just the 2. No AP, so 3 up save. And 1 goes down.
One's wounded. Killed, yeah, because 1 was wounded, yeah. So, it's the mighty Repulsor Executioner.
Okay, so the Heavy Laser Destroyer and the Onslaught into the Doomsday Arc.
This is
and
the wounded one, which you can see.
Heavy Bolters, Storm Bolters, Icarus, everything else into the Lich Guard.
Nice.
Okay, so let's do the fun one first.
Okay, big guns.
Heavy Laser Destroyer, hitting on freeze. All hit. Wounding on freeze, rerolling 1s. 2 2s, obviously. Go straight through, 2d6 damage. 2 3, but it's a minimum 3, so you need to roll 2 2s to negate them, or it's 6 damage. One's negated, so it just takes 3 damage. Sorry, the anything with a fly keyword is going to shoot the Doomsday Arc. Sorry. So onslaught into it. Rolling because of Shrike. I need 5s and 6s on this because it's strength 5 against toughness 6. 3 wounds at -1, so 5s.
On the Doomsday Arc.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Takes 3 more. Right.
3 more wounds taken. Arc has lost 8 wounds now.
It starts on 14, so it's got 6 left. Yeah. Twin Icarus.
Yep. Is that the Lich Guard?
At the Icarus, anything with the fly keyword, I'm going to shoot at that.
Alright.
Okay, so that's hitting on 2s. 5s and 6s again because it's only strength 4. 2 at -2. There's 2 more wounds.
4 wounds remaining.
And then the rocket pod, heavy D3. Oh. 1 shot, hitting on 2s. And then strength 7, wounding on 3s. 1 wound. That is -2, so 6 up save. And that's a flat 2 damage.
Down to 2 wounds. Bolters are shooting at the Lich Guard.
Breeze. Rerolling. And then 4s. 3 wounds, -2, but they got an invuln.
My wound vuln save was 4+.
1 more goes down.
2.
I think it's just Storm Bolters and Iron Hail Stubber left. Storm Bolters, 3s. Shrike. 5s and 6s. 1, no AP. 3 up. Fine.
Hooray!
And then lastly, the regular Iron Hail Stubber, heavy 3. Rerolling. 5s and 6s, so strength 4. 2, AP -2 because Devastated Doctrine again, so 4 up saves.
Oh, yes! He
Shoot
lives.
these 3.
The Eliminators.
Yeah, at the 2 wounded
Oh la la!
thing, so the mortal wound guns.
Yeah.
I've got to do the +1 to hit, +1 to wound again on them. So hitting on
Is that a stratagem?
the sergeant's one.
Oh, that's right. So he negates his shooting.
2 shots.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s because the captain below. 2 hits. 5s and 6s to wound because it's strength 5 against toughness 6. 5s and 6s are mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound and 1 wound at, I think it's going to be -3. It's -3, so that goes straight through because it's got 4+, does D3 damage.
Doesn't
Now,
matter, does
what
it?
I want, yes, it does.
Why?
Okay.
Why so, Patrick?
Because it's D3 damage, annoyingly, but it can't be 1, can it? I need a 1. Desperately need a 1.
Oh,
here.
because of the quantum shielding.
I've rolled a 1.
You've only got to roll a 1, Pat.
Okay, good.
You could
I could have seen you rolling my
Pat-
6.
Pat the Dice Whisperer.
Rolling a 6, then you rolling under
Yeah.
for the. So that's that. Does it explode? No.
Goodbye, Doomsday Arc number 1.
So the lieutenant with his relic ex tenebris, 3.
We're shooting
shots.
at the Lich Guard here. See if we
I
can
need
this-
to get him off. 3 shots hitting on 2s.
He's got to die.
Rerolling because of Shrike. All hit. Strength 4 against toughness 5. So 5s to 5s, 6s. Rerolling 1s
Please.
because of himself. Yeah.
Oh, Pat! Ah, the Dice Whisperer returns.
Right. So -2. So 4 up in one. No,
Nah.
he's dead. You shot him off the objective. Captain's going to shoot the 1 wound remaining Scarab base. Hitting on a 2. Hits. Wounding on a 3. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. Nope. Doesn't do anything.
Hooray! Finally. Short and sweet fight phase. The only thing that can really do any damage is, or do any charging is these 2 remaining veteran intercessors.
Yeah, I might as well use them for something.
Yeah, we're going to charge through the wall.
Yep, so charge range. No Overwatch. Yep, they're in. They're going to go in here. They've got... Oh, I forgot they're veteran intercessors. So
Yeah, and
Two-
shock assault.
2 attacks for the regular Primaris. and 1 extra for the sergeant, an extra for being veteran intercessors, and an extra for shock assault.
This is just 2 guys.
2 guys. Yeah, they're a really strong unit when you buff them up with the shock assault. So hitting on 3s, unfortunately, and then I'm assuming the destroyer is probably toughness 5.
Yeah, that's
but we'll double check. So 5s and 6s, hopefully.
3 wounds gone through, no AP. What's the save?
3 up save on a destroyer.
3 ups.
1 takes a wound.
1 wound.
And they're going to get their attacks back.
Back, I've got 8 attacks hitting on 3s. Not bad. Might well be done. Got a lot more hits then, didn't I?
I regret reminding you of these things every time. 4's the wound, strength 4. Okay, so you got 3 wounds there. No AP minus, so 3 up saves. Intercessors. Oh, there we go.
The scores on the doors.
I think I got a lot of luck with the librarian, really.
Yeah, you super spam smited me off the board with my wraiths.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. I managed to
brain frame.
regain the central objective because of that. I only scored the 1 point because it was contested at the start of the turn, putting me up to 2. Managed to kill one of the Doomsday Arcs, but I didn't realise how ineffective the heavy laser destroyer is against them, really.
Yeah, quantum shielding is quite handy in that regard.
Annoying I couldn't get at the destroyers at all, because they're going to pop out now. He's going to use his rerolls to wound and hit and everything, wipe out, put a Redemptor, shoot a Doomsday Arc at another one. He's not got many models left, but they're very powerful, the ones he does have.
Hopefully. Let's see how it goes. Doomsday Arc has naturally stayed where it is. The Scarabs are pulled back onto the objective. My command barge has moved into the vacated space to try and finish off the intercessors in there. The destroyers have made a very bold, as we've discussed, very bold move, because it's go hard or go home time to try and mess some people up. And my overlord has taken his Veil of Darkness and leapt across the board in a mud or bust, I would swear, move to hopefully charge through the wall and chop some dudes up over there.
I really like this. Potentially, the destroyers wipe 1 dreadnought, then the Doomsday Arc wipes the other dreadnought, and then this objective all of a sudden looks pretty lonely.
Yeah.
If the Warlord can make the charge in, kill a bunch of them off the objective,
Yeah.
I've got to move Shrike over to deal with it.
Let's have some fun. And see
It's
what
a pretty
happens.
good move, I think.
Indeed. First thing to shoot, Doomsday Arc. The Mega Cannon going at the Dreadnought over there. The Gauze Flare Arrays are going to shoot at the Intercessors here. So Doomsday Arc, Doomsday Cannon first. D6 shots for 2. Command pointing it. Because for 2! I hate it.
Oh, it's raining.
Forced to hit. 2 hits. 3's to wound.
Yeah, 3's to wound.
2 wounds gone through.
Go straight through.
Yeah, and it's D6 damage.
2d6 damage.
2d6 damage.
Or 5.
5. That's a shame.
Down to 7 on that one.
So the Gauze Flare Arrays shooting at the infiltrators. Hitting on 3's. Forced to wound. Got through. Oh, minus 1.
So 4 up saves. Yep, so failed 3, so 1's dead and 1 is down to 1 wound.
Alright. Moving on to the destroyers to shoot. Before my Lord made his bold jump into the unknown, the cast of My Will Be Done over here. I'm also going to use Extermination Protocols again for 1 command point.
15 shots hitting on 2s.
Alright. Hitting on 2s, I believe.
Yep.
Re-rolling the 1s. It's paid off dividends. And it's toughness 7, strength on the 6. Okay, well, that's 5s and 6s to wound on the Dreadnought. But loads came through then.
Yep. You re-rolled them yet?
A few more.
Really good roll that.
I've done well there.
Yep. Yes, so -3. No Raven Guard saves here. I don't think it's affected the game at all because I've been so close up in your face. I've lost all my Raven Guard buffs. So here we go, 6s. Just a 2. So he takes 8 d6 damage and he's got 7 wounds left. So roll to see if he explodes. Oh, that's me.
Oh, sorry. So you
It's 5 anyway.
roll to see if
We'll
it
take that one.
explodes.
No.
Negative.
So that's the end of that. Dreadnought. Pretty powerful from the destroyers.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So we're into the fight phase. I'm going to declare my charge here against the remaining intercessor with the command barge. So he gets Overwatch.
No hits.
No hits.
See if you charge distance. I think he needs like a 2. He's in.
He's only got to made it. Whoosh. And over here, this is the big one for me.
Can't see. So
I'm looking for a 9.
9, yeah. 8. I'd definitely use a command
I'm
point.
going to command point it. Oh no!
He's out.
What a shame. That's a shame. Command barge is attacking the intercessor, so 3 attacks sitting on 2s was it?
And killing on 3s. Minus 4 AP on that. He's dead.
Dead. Decapitated. At the end of the turn, there's nothing more to happen here. Any morale? No morale to take, is there? Everything's been.
The miracle you needed didn't happen this time.
Yeah, I went for the big Hail Mary at the end. It didn't work out. So on to.
It was close though.
It was
because
close.
The destroyers did enough damage to kill off a dreadnought on their own.
Yeah, but yet again, the Doomsday Arc has failed me because it's just too random.
Yeah. If I had command points as well with the Doomsday Arc, I'd play the Eternal Strength or whatever it is to halve damage. So on dreadnought, so all of a sudden the Doomsday Arc is doing max 3. Even if it rolls 6, then all 6s it's going to struggle to kill one.
Right. Well, there we are. That was a bold choice. It's pretty much on a plate now. But let's see what Patrick does in turn 3.
I'm going to move into the tactical doctrine now.
Treat yourself to a bit of tactical doctrine.
Which for Raven Guard means they're all going to get +1 to hit, +1 to wound.
That's
against characters.
Oh yes. This is a new supplemental rule, isn't
it? Bill's only got 2 characters left. One in here I can't shoot because we're using line of sight blocking here. One over here. So it's mainly to help me get rid of this guy if I can. So we are going to do the psychic power that goes off in a 7, which makes them -1 to hit and ignores Overwatch. So here we go. Doesn't go off. Great.
Alright.
Okay, next I'm going to smite them. Okay, so looking for a 5. On a 10, right? D3 wounds for 1. I think he's only taken 1 wound.
He's taken 1, so he's down to
1.
Yeah, he's down to. We'll leave that as a 1 because we'll count down now.
Count down. I think so. Okay. I'm going to start with the eliminators up here.
Am I going to get
their mortis rounds? They're going to get another +1 to hit and +1 to wound from a sergeant. So they're hitting on 1s and wounding on 2s. With 4s, 5s and 6s doing mortal wounds.
The 1s always miss then.
1s always miss, you're right. So re-rolling because the captain underneath.
Indeed.
So 2s.
Yeah, roll the dice hitting on 1s.
1s, but 1s miss. Yeah. And then 4s, 5s. Oh, so would be wounding on 4s. +1 to wound from the sergeant, +1 to wound from tactical doctrine. So wounding on 2s.
Good. That's handy, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's
I
a
didn't
couple
get
of
any
2s.
mortal wounds.
No.
I'm very sad about that.
Oh, poor Pat.
-2, and he's got an invuln, I assume, of 4+. So 4+ invuln. Makes them both a complete waste of time. Explain all of the rules. Not worth it at all.
Well, we can't have it all.
Okay, well, the lieutenant is going to shoot the special Raven Guard sniper X Tenebris, hitting on 2s. And a strength 4 against toughness 5, but +1 to wound because of the Raven Guard. So 3s, rerolling 1s because of himself. So 2, AP -2. So 4 up in 1. Right, that's right. He takes 4 damage. He's down to 1.
Spare your eyes. We've managed to roll all the dice for the what are they called?
Devastating Centurions.
Yeah. They've taken 4 wounds off of the Doomsday Arc with their heavy bolters, and then they managed to shred.
Only 4 wounds there.
Yeah, I managed to roll some amazing saves. Alas, 2 are removed.
Yep.
But not all of them.
And now moving on to the repulsor.
Yeah. Let's do some repulsor shots.
Okay, it's going to shoot 4 heavy laser destroyers.
Yeah. Where are we shooting them? Do you want to declare your Spitfire now?
Yeah, it's going to shoot 4 into here.
Yeah.
For the heavy laser destroyers, and everything else is going to go into the Doomsday Arc. So heavy laser destroyers, all hit. 2s to wound. All wounds. AP -4, so straight through. Flat 3 damage each. So that's them gone. Minimum 3 damage each for D6.
Yeah. Pew pew pew.
I don't know why I shot anything else at them really.
Because Continuing to summarise some shooting, the rest of the repulsor's weapons shot everything into the Doomsday Ark, reducing it to a measly 2 wounds.
left.
Yeah, didn't even get any quantum shielding saves because it was all 1 damage weapons.
Yeah.
And they stripped it with Patrick's natural rolling abilities.
Okay, so the Stalker Bolt rifles out of range, they can't see the Overlord, so all I've got left is the Redemptor. Storm Bolters out of range for the Doomsday Ark, and so is the Underslung, so I've just got the Heavy. Hasn't moved this time, so hitting on 3s. Rerolls because of Shrike. And then 5s and 6s, no rerolls. Okay, so we've got 3 at -1, so 5 up saves. It's down to 1 wounds.
1, cool, blimey.
So just the Phobos, they have rapid fire range.
Yeah.
Rerolling 1s because of comms array, so I'm going to shoot him at the Doomsday Ark. I've got to really try and kill it. So 1 6 is an auto wound, and then 5s and 6s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of comms array. Okay, so 3 wounds, no AP minus, so 4 up save.
Oh, it's gone.
That's finally dead. I don't think anything's in range if it explodes.
No, so it's gone. Boom.
Charging it into the Scarabs. But 5 attacks from the Sergeant into that one there. Okay, all hit. 3s to wound, rerolling 1s for comms array. So that is 3, no AP minus, so 6 up save on the Scarabs.
Uh-oh.
Nearly.
Oh, nearly. Both a go.
That's that 1 base destroyed. And then I've got 6 attacks from the other 2 intercessors. Infiltrators, rerolling 1s because of comms array. Windy on 3s, rerolling 1s. Right, so just 2 wounds, no AP minus. Okay, a 1 takes 2 wounds, so down to 1.
The Scarab's just attacking back. A wound. Or a couple.
Can I get the double 2 to kill an intercessor? No, they're okay.
No. And that's the end of that phase. So, at the end of that turn...
I got 3 points at the beginning, holding mine and holding the middle. You get 2 for the middle one, so put me up to 5 to 1.
5 points to 1.
3.
Yeah, I'm going to concede there because there's no way I can get any points back.
Yeah, you got 2 models left, and now I'm in the tactical phase. I'm getting +1 to hit, +1 to wound against the characters.
It just becomes a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I will concede 5 points to 1 at the middle of turn 3.
Good game.
Bully.
Good game.
Bully.
What did you think about the new Raven Guard Codex?
The new Raven Guard are much better than they were. They were already strong.
Yeah.
I would say it makes for a much more dynamic army because look where everything is. Like the previous game, that's had a lot of views and a lot of comments was that it was a static line in a corner like a castle.
Yeah.
This proves that the Raven Guard can still be a strong castle, but as they move, you've got Shrike didn't even have to get his hands dirty really, but he's providing a mobile buff. Centurions are still strong, Executioners are still strong, but with all the doctrines and especially the sniping weapons given to the characters.
It took out the cryptic in the first turn.
Exactly, which took away my invulnerable saves, which took away a lot.
I'm not sold on Shrike. I know it's 130 points, which is relatively cheap, but I don't think his Warlord trait and his built-in abilities really synergize that well. Because he's a Chapter Master, you want to take advantage of the rerolls, so you want him near stuff you really want to do shooting well, so you keep him at the back. But then he has all these abilities like rerolling charges for Phobos. If you make him a Warlord, he ignores Overwatch, which means you're pushing him towards the front of the battle. So I don't really think he knows where his place is, and the extra points for me meant I had to drop the suppressors, which I really like because they have, if you destroy a model in a unit, that unit can no longer fire Overwatch, which synergizes really well. So I'm not really sure whether I'd be taking him in games where I'd want to be a bit more competitive. Maybe I'd rather spend the 2 command points to make my captain, who's there anyway, the Chapter Master. So yeah, interesting. Also, I'm not sure they really figured out the rules very well for Strike because he's got 2 rules. One where if he charges, he ignores Overwatch, which is fantastic because you think, oh, I'll charge him in first. He soaks up the Overwatch, everything else goes in. But his other rule is reroll charge is for units within 6, but because he's charged in first,
there's no one within 6 suddenly.
There's no one within 6 of it anymore. So his 2 rules don't really balance out very well.
I suppose it's sort of spread betting for multiple scenarios.
Cool unit though.
He's cool as hell.
And Bill painted him very, very nicely.
Oh, thank you very much, Patrick.
Nice.
It's a pleasure. If you did enjoy it, such as it was, then please subscribe.
And it was really a showcase of what we could do with the Raven Guards.
Yeah, I haven't played Necrons for a while. I think I did my best with them.
They were tough.
They're
to
tough,
get through.
but they're not tough enough.
Yeah.
Doomsday Arcs have got to be looked at, I think.
They got ruined in the first turn as well.
Yeah.
A different turn would have been a different game, I think.
Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.